It seems impossible for Manchester United to progress while Ronaldo remains at the club. While many still support the legend, there are talks about him being a liability in the dressing room, and manager Erik Ten Hag knows it. Join us as we look at how Ronaldo has divided Premier League legends and what Ten Hag did which has outraged Paul Scholes. So stay tuned. It's fair to say that Cristiano Ronaldo is having one of his toughest seasons as a professional, and a disappointing one by the standards we've come to expect from him. Life has come full circle for Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United, and he's now become a handbrake on the team's prospects of a successful future. It is time for United to let him go, because the positive dividend on the pitch will sooner or later outweigh the financial cost of allowing him to leave Old Trafford for free. Ronaldo's goals last season, 24 in 38 appearances, counted for little as United finished in the 6th position in the Premier League and failed to win a trophy. But a bad season would probably have been much worse without the 37-year-old's contributions during a campaign that saw the team play under 3 managers and lurch from one crisis to another. Yet, football moves quickly, and as he approaches the first anniversary of his return to United from Juventus, Ronaldo has become yesterday's man. The debate as to whether he was United's saviour last season or the lightning rod for everything that went wrong will rage on well beyond his second spell at the club. However, early on in Erik Ten Hag's reign as manager, it is clear that Ronaldo is now a bit part player with no obvious role beyond that of a malcontent on the substitutes bench. While there are no question marks over Ronaldo's professionalism and fitness, sources have told ESPN over a period of months that he's become a divisive figure within the squad. Having been greeted as a returning hero just 12 months ago, Ronaldo is now a source of friction in the dressing room and is failing to offer his new manager a positive football reason to select him in the starting 11. The Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag has insisted Cristiano Ronaldo remains happy at Old Trafford, despite being an unused substitute in their 6-3 defeat to Manchester City. Ten Hag started Ronaldo on the bench, but despite losing 4-0 at half-time, refused to bring him on and preferred to use his 5 substitutions on other players. It feels like ages since Ronaldo last started a Premier League game for United in their 4-0 defeat to Brentford on August 13th. But despite his continued absence from the starting lineup, Ten Hag has declared Ronaldo remains in a good mood around the club. Ten Hag said in a press conference, "I don't see he is unhappy. He's happy, he's training well, he's enjoying it, and I think everyone is training well. It is a good spirit and vibe in the training, so that's not the point, but it's important because it's a base to work well." Ten Hag also stated he didn't use Ronaldo out of respect for his big career. Rio Ferdinand's revealed Ronaldo is not happy with the less playing time he's getting. The superstar has started just 4 matches this season, only one of which has come in the Premier League. He came off the bench to net his 700th career club goal as his strike handed United a 2-1 victory over Everton. That was just his second goal of the campaign, having scored 24 last season. Ronaldo is currently seen as Erik Ten Hag's third choice striker, with Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford both ahead of him in the pecking order. His game time from last year has been significantly reduced. Nevertheless, Ferdinand says Ronaldo, who handed in a transfer request over the summer, has remained cool, though he's clearly not content with playing the third fiddle. This guy has got an obsession with beating the haters, ramming it down their throats. That 700 was to people like Jamie Carragher and people like that who are desperate to get him out of the door. Talking about Jamie, there's no one in the Premier League who dislikes Ronaldo more than this guy. After the Red Devils' 3-1 win over Arsenal with a brace from Marcus Rashford and a goal from Antony, and with the Portuguese coming on in the second half to little effect, Carragher shared an ironic tweet stating, "What will happen to Manchester United without Ronaldo's goals?" But if that wasn't enough, the English press claim that Cristiano's teammates are tired of him. The Sun reported a few days ago that the dressing room wanted him to leave. A large part of the squad considers this situation untenable. The United players saw the Portuguese's attitude over the summer as childish, and that he makes the atmosphere toxic. He was also called a pain in the A by his own teammates, who also celebrated when the prolific goalscorer wanted to leave the club, according to a report from the Daily Mail. Despite all this, United legend Roy Keane recently picked Cristiano Ronaldo as one of his top 3 players in the current Premier League campaign. Keane told Sky Sports when asked for his top 3, he said Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland and Cristiano Ronaldo. Jamie Carragher also named his current top 3 Premier League players, but there was no room for Ronaldo. Keane also came to Ronaldo's rescue when Manchester City legend Micah Richard suggested that the 33-year-old was not starting for the Red Devils because he doesn't effectively press opponents. He fired back, saying if the player is giving 20 or 25 goals to the team every year, no one cares about pressing duties. Keane went on to say that Man City would have outplayed Man United with or without Ronaldo in the side, and that Ten Hag was wrong to exclude Ronaldo from the team. Earlier in the broadcast, Keane accused Man United of disrespecting Ronaldo by refusing to let him leave in the transfer window and then choosing not to play him. Former Manchester United midfielder Paul Scholes also believes Erik Ten Hag disrespected Cristiano Ronaldo by starting him in the Europa League clash against Omonia Nicosia in Cyprus. The 37-year-old was one of 3 changes to the starting lineup following the 6-3 defeat at Manchester City. Ronaldo was reinstated to the team alongside Victor Lindelof and summer signing Casemiro. Ronaldo stayed on the bench the whole match against Manchester City. It was a decision that attracted plenty of criticism, even though the chances of Ronaldo being able to single-handedly drag the Reds back into the contest would have been slim. But for former United man Scholes, Ten Hag disrespected the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner even further by handing him a start in Cyprus, suggesting that the Europa League is a competition that a player of his class could struggle to get motivated for. Scholes told BT Sport, "I think it is almost more disrespectful playing him on a Thursday night in the Europa League. This man is a world superstar." Despite all this, Arsenal legend Wright suggested that the manager made the right call with Ronaldo, arguing that it was the best thing to do given the circumstances in the match against rivals Manchester City. Speaking on Wrighty's House podcast, he said that not bringing in Ronaldo out of respect when the Reds were getting annihilated was very magnanimous and respectful. Gary Neville has also claimed that Cristiano Ronaldo is the only player who can lead Manchester United right now, but says he's failing to meet that demand. Neville believes the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner has the opportunity to show his leadership credentials amid the mire, but is choosing not to. Speaking on the Diary of a CEO podcast, he explained why he's a little bit critical of his former teammates. He said, "You're the man, you're the star, you're the best player in the world. Come on, now is not the time to be throwing your arms around. Now is not the time for you to be walking off the pitch." Manchester City defender Ruben Dias has insisted Portugal cannot pin all of their hopes on Manchester United striker Cristiano Ronaldo at the World Cup later this year. While the players play for the 2 rival clubs in Manchester, they will be hoping they are on the same winning side at the World Cup in Qatar. Although Ronaldo has only scored 1 goal for Erik Ten Hag's side so far this season, which came in the 2-0 win over Sheriff on Thursday night, Dias believes that the veteran striker will still be an important player for Portugal at the World Cup. However, the City centre-back was also keen to stress that his national side has a number of other threats, adding that it's crucial that the entire squad is working collectively rather than individually. Ten Hag's latest explanation for dropping Ronaldo only served to stir up more questions, as he insisted he was trying to protect the striker's big career by not throwing him into the firing line against City. Frustratingly, this saga will now drag on at least until the January transfer window, at which point Ronaldo may still struggle to seal an exit. Primarily, United has simply been unable to find a club to take him. They haven't been able to find a club that agrees to Ronaldo's high wage demand. In recent years, Arsenal took a financial hit by cancelling the contracts of Mesut Ozil and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, along with a host of others, in order to accelerate Mikel Arteta's rebuilding job at the Emirates. And with the Gunners now sitting at the top of the Premier League with an exciting young team, those decisions are beginning to pay off. Can Ten Hag's revolution really take off, while the club's disillusioned poster boy continues to lurk in the background? The signs don't look good. If United extend its 5-year trophy drought and fails to get back into the Champions League, Ten Hag will likely share the same fate as David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho and Solskjaer. His reign could be defined by how he handles the Ronaldo issue, and although he's already made his authority clear, he must now stick to his guns. Do you think Ten Hag has disrespected Ronaldo? How would you handle having Ronaldo in your team? Let us know in the comments.